And it's a pleasure for me to join our colleagues today and so many Iranian American friends to raise awareness about the situation in Camp Ashraf, which is right there, the poster behind Judge Poe. And so it is all the more important that our nation uphold the commitments that we have made regarding human rights. We have committed to humanitarian protections for all of the residents of Camp Ashraf in Iraq. When we transferred responsibility for the security of Ashraf to the Iraqi government, we sought and we received Iraqi assurances that the residents would be treated humanely. However, repeated actions by the Iraqi security forces has called those guarantees into question. In the face of such horrid behavior, the U.S. is obligated to take all necessary and appropriate steps to uphold our commitments and ensure that all of the Ashraf residents are treated humanely and are not forcibly returned to Iran. Do you agree? And this is why all of us have co-sponsored House Resolution 704 behind Lincoln and Mario there, and why the majority of our fellow members of Congress have joined us in supporting this important resolution. And we, of course, want to thank our distinguished colleague from California, Mr. Filner, for authoring this resolution. We join him in calling for this resolution to go to the House floor in a timely manner. We've got to send a clear message to the residents of Camp Ashraf that the United States Congress stands with them. And I'd like to take a moment to look at the bigger picture. Unfortunately, as we know, innocent Iranians have spent over 3 decades under the radical, repressive Iranian regime, the Islamic regime in Iran, and we will soon celebrate the Iranian New Year. And that word, as you know, Nowruz, literally means new day. And I hope that this Nowruz, new day, will be a new day for human rights and freedom for the people of Iran. Let it be thus. Thank you to you for your strong grassroots support for making this happen. And now, the real host.
We're being courteous to each other. And it's so nice to be in front of an audience with a bipartisan group facing you. We got both Democrats and Republicans here. And that's very important, I think, for all of us as we not only recognize the new year, but are insisting not only on freedom for Iran, but protection for those who are living in Camp Ashraf today. That is our immediate concern as we celebrate a new year. And our resolution to make the United States explicitly assume responsibility for those at Ashraf has, I think now, about 230 co-sponsors. Madam Ranking Member, I talked to the chair yesterday. He was not, let us say, what shall I say, overwhelmed with the fact that the majority of the House had already supported this. We need you to twist whatever arm or any other part of his body to make sure that that hearing.
Not all of us were in love with either.
Okay. So we will work with you to make sure that that goes for discussion as soon as possible, because we already have the votes. And that co-sponsorship includes 11 committee chairs out of the House of, I think there's only 13, and 30 members of your committee. So we have, you all have done tremendous work to get those co-sponsors. We have to keep Camp Ashraf alive, not only for the individual freedoms and well-being of those who are there, but because they represent in the best possible way the resistance to Iran. Those people are there as a community of resistance, and we have to protect them. We have to make sure that they continue to flourish and are not dispersed or have to give up their freedoms in any way. So we are here to say not only Happy New Year, but to hope that this is the year that the Iranians get their independence. We thank the MEK for what they are doing, and we look forward to working with you to make it happen. The point that we want to make with this resolution, of course, is Ashraf, not only the safety, individual safety, but Ashraf as a symbol of resistance, a center of resistance, and relocating people in other places takes away that unity of resistance that we want. So we want to make sure people understand that. Of course, Ashraf is a symbol of resistance. Those who are in Ashraf and have what we call a third way of dealing with the mullahs in Iran. We don't need an American invasion, but we don't need American just acceptance of the status quo. We need America to give the internal resistance a chance to move, and that means, by the way, taking the MEK off the terrorist list that the State Department maintains. We should be helping the MEK and not getting in their way. The president-elect of the Iranian resistance, Mrs. Maryam Rajavi, has educated us all on this third way. I have met with her on several occasions to talk about it, and she has a message for all of us that we're going to hear now. We'd like to hear President-elect Maryam Rajavi.
Distinguished members of the House of Representatives, it's indeed a pleasure to be speaking with you on the occasion of Nowruz, the Iranian New Year. I hope that the start of spring would herald the coming of the spring of freedom for the Iranian people. The House Resolution 704 in defense of the rights of Camp Ashraf residents, now co-sponsored by a House majority from both parties, is an important accomplishment in the global campaign to defend Ashraf. Iran is on the brink of change today. The 30-year resistance of the Iranian people is reaching its destination. We have come most of the way and will continue with greater resolve until the Iranian people are again free.